Pizza time.
Yes! We're back!
Yep.
Episode 85 of A Pizza My Life, the start of season 4. Can you believe it?
No, you told me right before this that we started this in 2019, and that is insane to me.
We've been going since 2019, pre-pandemic.
We've survived a whole pandemic.
Yeah, and this podcast is still rolling.
Not at 100 episodes yet.
Often imitated.
Often?
Often imitated.
Okay.
Never duplicated, though. I'm
Fair.
Pizza Eric. This is
Who
Sean's house.
imitated it?
A lot, you know who.
No.
Often imitated.
Okay.
So it's been 6 months since our last episode.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened. We've been bored. It's been a boring 6 months.
Yeah.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. You have traveled a lot.
Yep. Quite a bit of travel. Not done yet.
You're a married man now.
Boom.
Boom. That happened. And then, yeah. So let's just
Where do you wanna start?
let's get all into it. I mean, last episode was episode 84 with Kristen, my girlfriend. We're still together. So if there's any doubts about that as to, the podcast is back together because Eric's single. No, still in a relationship.
Honestly, though, that is kind of funny because that was like right when you guys started, like what, a month into you guys started dating?
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, now all of a sudden we come back.
And then the podcast is gone for
Yeah,
6
yeah.
months.
Interesting.
And then Eric's back. No, me and Kristen still going good. Still going good. Shout out to Kristen. But yeah, so 6 months ago would have been July was our last episode.
It's also crazy.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
We had we went to Columbus.
Went to Seltzerland.
We went to Seltzerland. That was it was kind of crazy because we went to Columbus for one day.
Basically.
We went there on like Saturday, came back Sunday.
Well, you guys did. We were
quick.
there the night before.
You got there Friday?
No, we didn't.
No, because
we were there for
all
one fucking day.
Yeah, we all left at the same morning.
I will say Columbus, not a bad city. Like I would go back to again.
Yeah, it seemed like it's on the one hand, it seemed like one day was enough.
Yeah,
But on the other hand, I did like the one day we had there.
But it's like tough because like it was one day, but it was like one day of just like we were moving constantly. Like I feel like you do like a long weekend there. That would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But Seltzerland was a lot of fun. I would
do Seltzerland again.
I had low expectations.
I didn't know what to expect. What I didn't
Yeah.
expect is someone telling us that apparently if you just ask for free shit, like you can just get free tickets.
It was funny.
It's not in my nature to do it, but
Yeah, we didn't reach out to people like in advance to be like, "Oh, Pizza My Life is going to be at Seltzerland."
yeah, but we met some
Did not
guys who
matter.
said like, "Oh yeah, we contacted Seltzerland and we said, "Hey, we want to come." They gave us free tickets, which the tickets weren't expensive.
No.
$30.
Yeah, it was like $30-$40.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys were just like, yeah, we're doing a podcast, and
Yeah.
we messaged them and say we were coming, and
I was like, "Oh, you guys must have like more listeners than
No.
us." Like, nope, no one listens to our shit either.
no, but we got a picture with those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a picture. I remember in the group chat, like the next day, Callie was asking for, hey, send pictures.
Yeah, you said
Send
that one.
pictures from Seltzerland, and I sent that one picture of me, you, and these random guys.
Random dudes. One dude was absolutely hammered.
They were both feeling good. We were feeling
We were
good.
feeling good. You actually, I was also surprised that like they were giving like the little tastings of seltzers, but there was enough there that you got a little sauced up.
Yeah, it worked out.
I think I'm kind of wanting to go to another one in a different city this year. Heather and I got the companion tickets for Delta, and I think I want to use one of them. Possibly like Denver would be sick.
Did you see Delta's going to have free Wi-Fi? Or not free Wi-Fi, but free, free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So more than just like the free messaging that they offer now.
Yeah.
Just full-on free Wi-Fi.
I don't care.
I care. I think that's a good addition. I think that's a good perk to have. Shout out to Delta. You keep doing what you're doing.
No, because the thing is, so even if you had the free Wi-Fi while you're up there, like if you're trying to stream something, it's still
it could be shitty quality for that.
Yes. Yeah. So like the free Wi-Fi, like
But it opens it up. I can at least like check Instagram.
yeah, I suppose.
You know?
Ah.
It's better than nothing. It's better than paying for it.
I mean, that's true. We can get to part of this in a second, but on the way back from our wedding, You were on our flight. Yeah,
Yeah, we were on the same
they
flight.
Had no in-flight entertainment.
and
that sucked.
The headrest TVs.
And it was
were
in
just
the middle
dead.
of U.S. versus Iran for the last game to like get into the playoffs for the World Cup.
For the World Cup, yeah.
Like that's just horrible timing.
Yeah, it was trash. It was really a bummer on the way down there. It was I was traveling down on Thanksgiving, and so I was watching the Lions game. It was going really good. I was
Until
like,
you
"This
got
is
over the ocean.
perfect." And then once we get over the ocean, it's just like, you can't do live TV.
Which is kind of crazy. Like I guess it makes sense, but aren't you doing this based off a satellite anyways?
Yeah,
Like satellites can't hit over the ocean.
yeah. It's just like, guys.
I don't know how this shit works.
I think it's
but
just laws. It's just broadcast laws. I think coming into effect.
that seems odd.
That's what I think.
But if you're in another
so
country, you can
annoying.
still get the live TV.
yeah,
I believe.
so annoying though. So Seltzerland was fun though.
Seltzerland was
Let's
solid.
not jump ahead.
Yep.
Seltzerland was fun.
Yep,
It was
go
good.
back.
I would do another Seltzerland.
I said I'm wanting to do another one. I got to see when they are and what makes sense. But I think I want to go to another one.
Yeah,
I still probably won't ask for free shit. Just doesn't seem right.
I think we could.
I know it just doesn't. It feels weird.
We definitely could.
just feels.
We
weird.
have. You were doing seltzer reviews the entire time.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. You did a full 24 days of seltzers
24 days of seltzers for the Christmas
for
season.
the Christmas season.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot like tougher than I thought it was gonna be. Like,
Because it was like a nonstop. Like
yeah,
you got to record a lot of these.
you gotta record a lot of them. You gotta do it like try to find like something slightly different every time.
Yeah.
Like I mean they're repetitive as is, but like doing 7 of them in a row
Yeah.
is tough. It is like I sit there, I'm like I don't know what else to say about this anymore. So like the first one was like 3 minutes, and then after that they started being like a minute and a half.
Yeah, yeah, which I thought is like a good amount to
It's
do
not-
a seltzer review.
Yeah,
Like, that, like
especially
2
with
minutes
one flavor. Especially
doesn't
with one
need to
flavor.
be. Yeah,
But like sometimes if you do like a whole pack, like there's more I got to say.
yeah,
about
you got
it, but,
yeah,
like,
you can talk about a couple different
one
ones.
flavor, and it's like I just opened this other one. What else can I say here? Got real tough.
I
But
think you had a good pack though. I think that
for the most
seltzer,
part, yeah, they were stuff that I
that
haven't
hard
had around
seltzer
here.
box company, advent calendar seltzer box.
A little pissy that they didn't like repost anything of mine though. Like that was,
You kept saying that at least for like the first 4 or 5 videos,
and I stopped.
and you stopped. But I was like, is there even like a hard seltzer box company account?
Yeah,
Does
that's how
it have
that's how I
like
found out
any-
about it.
Does it have any followers? Like who would be following that?
They had some, but like so they would always I would post mine noon Eastern, and then they would always post like probably 2 hours after that,
Yeah.
like what was in the box that day.
Yeah.
And like I saw them repost some other people who posted like opening up the calendar and stuff like that. So it's like I'm shouting you guys out every fucking time. Give me all I need is a fucking repost, just one repost.
I'm sure they saw.
I think it's 'cause I swore too much.
No, I think they saw your post and it just wasn't TikTok enough. It wasn't like the
no, Instagram
fun
though,
visuals.
but
It wasn't
Instagram is-
the like here we
Instagram, they
go.
legit had someone who just, like, they just like would break open the box and just pull it out and go, oh, that's all they did.
But see, it's that very clippable. Like all your videos, you had to, it had too much intro.
Yeah, my
Too much
intro was
intro.
shouting them out. It was shouting out
Too
Hard
much
Box and
intro. They
Seltzer
wanted
Co.
you to just
Hard-
get to it of like, here's the
Hard
seltzer.
Seltzer Box Co.
Hard seltzer box.
Whatever.
Co.
Fuck them.
Fuck you guys.
Will I do it again
Fucks.
next year? Maybe.
But it was a good
Maybe.
box. It was a
was
good
a
box.
solid
It did
box.
have like some good variety of flavors and seltzers that you haven't had before.
It had probably like 90% of them were ones I haven't had before.
Yeah, I was a little concerned that you were gonna just start cracking open White Claws and Corona seltzers.
I'm happy that there
and-
was none of like those like
those
traditional
basic ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good.
Like they had none of the basic bitches in there.
Yeah,
They did have a Becky, which is a basic bitch.
they did have a Becky.
Yeah.
We so Seltzerland in July.
Seltzerland July.
Rewind back, and then we had your bachelor party in September
Bachelor party September.
for your 30th birthday.
Dirty 30 bash / bachelor party. Boys went to the straightest place in the world, Saugatuck. Dope ass house.
Boys being Saugatuck, yeah,
Dope ass house.
great house, yeah,
Solid house.
gorgeous,
Love that.
ginormous house.
We
It had what, 8 bedrooms?
It had way. It said that it slept 16, but I was a little bit nervous because it showed like beds. I
Yeah.
thought that everyone was gonna be doubling up. It
And
turned out
no
pretty
one doubled
good.
up.
No one doubled up. We had a couple people sleep on a floor. A
Yeah.
couple people sleep on like a couch, but overall,
You
ended
said
up
there were
working
16
out.
people there. Then I was like the 14th to arrive.
Yeah.
Me and Birch rode together with like 13 and 14 to arrive.
Yeah.
We both got beds.
Yeah. You guys got solid beds too.
It was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We got there and we saw these beds available. I was like, why would these not be the first ones chosen?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was a solid time though. I had a good time with it. I was a little nervous. Seth, 3-time guest.
Sausage Seth. Yeah, we missed having him on for Thanksgiving and for the holidays.
Yeah.
We'll have to have him on soon.
But he essentially planned most of it. A little help from Steven. But I was a little nervous because he was in charge of the Beer Olympics, and his ideas started with trying to basically kill us.
Yeah.
And I had to tone him down a little bit. I actually thought the Beer Olympics was really good.
It turned out good.
Up until the very end, because once you get everyone hammered playing Beer Olympics and you take too long trying to explain a game, interest gone. Interest gone.
Yeah, especially after it's been, 2 hours of it, 2.5 hours.
He didn't show anyone what the gifts were that he got, because I think the incentive, the prizes were pretty solid.
The prizes were good. Like I saw the gift boxes that he handed out.
Yeah.
Like I tried to not be rude. I was like, I want to stick around. Like let's see this wrap up.
I do appreciate that.
I
think it was your team and my team were the only ones that had most of the team stay.
Yeah.
I think actually our whole team stayed.
Yeah, but then it was like a really nice. I think you missed out, but everyone a lot of people walked down over to Lake Michigan.
Yep, I did not walk there. We walked to like the root beer hut.
So refreshing.
Yeah, had the cops called on us.
Refreshing. We did in the middle of Beer Olympics. The cops showed up.
Nicest cop though.
Cop showed up and he's like, "Hey, it's a bachelor party, ain't it?
Have fun."
And
just
we're like,
keep it down. Don't yell fuck.
Yeah, that was his one thing. Like it was like, oh, are we being too loud? Like what's going on?
Not really.
He's like, nah, the noise is fine. It's the fact that you guys are screaming the F word.
Yeah, which is fair. I think we found the video. My buddy Robbie was sitting there, and like I think my dad did something. My dad was hammered. Shout out to Maurice, absolutely destroyed for Team Brazil. Team Brazil
soaking
upset.
wet. Like,
oh yeah,
a ton of just beverages had gone down that man.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, I think it was also the heat mixed with we were outside, he's moving around, all that. But
it's a bad combination.
I think he did something, and there was a video of just Robbie going fuck, 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 fuck.
Yeah,
just yelling. We're like, oh, that's when the cops were called.
Yeah. So if you go into Saugatuck, know that you can scream.
Just don't scream fuck.
But the cops will show up if you're screaming the F word.
Yeah. Again, he was very nice about it. Best situation, if you're going to have the cops call on you, that was the best situation to have.
Yeah.
Cop was super nice. Seth also had a pretty dope playlist for the Beer Olympics. He put together that like national anthem that turned into like a dubstep like beat drop thing.
Yeah, that was good.
That was solid. And a huge ass speaker for it. The one thing that Seth...
Biggest Bluetooth speaker I've ever seen.
The one thing I will say Seth fucked up on. He got money from everyone to buy some booze ahead of time.
Yeah.
Mainly for the Beer Olympics. Okay, that's fine. So he had a shit ton of booze for the Beer Olympics. He stuffed that away. He hid that in another fridge. So the Beer Olympics were the last day, essentially.
Yeah.
We bought so much alcohol in the leading up to. We do the Beer Olympics, and we're left with so much alcohol.
Yeah.
If he would have just kind of let some of that go, it would have been so much better. We would have saved, who ended up leaving? Seth ended up leaving with, I think, 36 packs of booze.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the fridges were just well stocked.
Oh,
because I think everyone at some point was like, "Well, I'm gonna go, just grab some drinks."
We're close enough to a liquor store you could just walk that.
Yeah, I think Seth needed to realize that, and just on day one of like, "Oh, the liquor store is just within walking distance."
Yeah, let me just get this going.
Let's just, hey guys, here's 2 cases worth
something. There's so much alcohol, but good time.
But it was a really good time.
I enjoyed it.
Really fun time. Great house. And that root beer float stand was great.
They have a lot of those up in that area. Didn't you have? Was Tyler's bachelor party before or after we stopped recording?
No, Tyler's bachelor party would have been summer of 21.
That long ago?
Yeah.
I thought you had another bachelor party like right around mine.
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, went to New Orleans.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
I went to New Orleans,
Nolans.
which was just went to Nolans. Which was great.
It's your guys' annual.
That was the annual
trip.
bros trip. Myself, Brad, Ryan, and Tyler.
Yep.
We went to New Orleans. That was the selection this year. We tried to get around, see different NFL stadiums. And this year we were like, you know what, New Orleans is a fun city. We can go see the Saints. The Saints play. The Saints are
Saints
a
come
solid
marching
team.
in.
And then, the Bengals.
Saints are not so much a solid team.
Yeah, the Saints, they were okay this season. They weren't a complete disaster.
They were in the worst division.
But they were playing the Bengals, and we like the Bengals. We like Joe Burrow and the Bengals. And, Joe Burrow returning to Nolans, where he played, at LSU.
It's true. I actually
So
didn't
there's
think
a little
about
bit extra hype in the game, and the game was a good game.
Okay.
So we were happy with the quality of the game. The stadium there, the Superdome, which is one of the reasons how we kind of play in these guys trips is to go
To see new spots.
to see the different NFL stadiums. The Superdome, nice, very nice inside,
Okay.
but the concourse around the stadium, you could very much tell this is a stadium that was built in the 70s.
I thought.
Because in the 70s, they apparently had no idea how to get people in and out of places.
Wait, I thought they built a new one after Hurricane Katrina. This is
No,
the same one.
Same one,
Just
yeah.
renovated.
Yeah, they renovated it.
Damn,
But
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so like the inside of the stadium, where the field is and that area, like you get great views. It's a huge stadium, looks really nice. The concourse is just like basically just a concrete tunnel around the stadium.
Yeah, that's old style.
Yeah.
How'd you like the city though? This is your first time to New Orleans.
First time to New Orleans, loved New Orleans.
Okay.
It does, it is, people will tell you it's a dirty city.
I mean, yeah, people are going there to party. hard.
It is a party city.
Yeah,
It
so
is
I'm not
very,
surprised by that.
It is very interesting. Loved Bourbon Street, honestly. Some people say they don't like Bourbon Street because, it essentially is just a street of just a party going on.
Did any of it like feel? I mean, as a guy, I think it's a little bit different. Did any of it feel like unsafe? Like, do you feel like, all right, I might get like shanked over here?
You try to, you go to a new city, you try to be, conscious.
Oh, for sure.
Keep your head on a swivel. I honestly felt pretty safe because down south, especially in New Orleans, when it's just a party city and everyone's just drinking and having fun, like everyone's just in a good mood.
That's true. No one's going there wanting to like, all right, I want to just stab some fuckers.
Everyone's in a good mood. We went on a ghost tour, so we saw some of like the haunted spots of New Orleans.
Was it the adult tour?
So
did you say whatever the hell you wanted?
No, it's like 6 p.m. So we we couldn't say
Okay.
whatever the fuck we wanted.
Damn it.
Whatever the hell you want. But no, New Orleans was a lot of fun. I would definitely go back.
I still never been. I want to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, need to go.
Yeah, it was funny because Heather went 2 weeks, 2 weeks after I went.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that part. I didn't realize it was
Callie's
that close.
bachelorette trip.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and then before that, Heather did a one of the craziest weeks of travel I think ever. She went to Paris with me for a long weekend.
Yeah, so that's where you were at because your work sent you to
France.
To France.
Yep. I will say I went to Paris by myself 2016.
Yeah.
Didn't love it that much. I think part of it was I was at a hostel and I had one of the smelliest roommates imaginable.
That was part of your original, the solo trip you went on.
Yeah.
That you've talked about before, yeah.
Yeah, I had one of the smelliest roommates imaginable. So I think I was just sort of like, all right.
Going on a solo trip to Europe.
Yeah.
And rooming with some rando.
That was the only spot that like
Wild.
it was like bad. I had a snorer because like it's a hostel, right? So people, you're not necessarily staying with like the same people every night. Like they could, depending on their travel, they could come and go. First night, the loudest snorer ever. Second night, I think that guy was still. It's a 4-person like dorm, I guess. That person's still there, and then I think it was the person. I want to say I was on the top bunk, and it was the person on the bottom bunk. The smelliest like person alive. I almost like couldn't.
Do you think it's
sleep.
just like hostel? It's like people that are just traveling around and like really haven't.
No,
don't
no.
have
They have
access?
showers. They have showers there.
All right, so
Take
yeah, they
showers.
should be showered.
I had zero issues.
Shower.
Zero issues with anyone else at any of the other hostels I was at. It was that guy was just the smelliest person. He apparently didn't believe in showers. I don't know. He was the smelliest person alive. But so I was
Man,
a
it
little
sucks to run into someone who doesn't believe in showers.
fuck, dude.
I'll tell you what.
Gross. It's gross. Take a shower. But so I was a little going into that being like, I don't really care about going to this, but Heather had been, but like I think it was like a super quick trip for her. So she's like, whatever, I want to join you. I'm like, go ahead. My work's paying for it, so I'm fine with me.
Yeah, hotel room's already done. Yeah.
Well, actually, no, because we went early, so that she got a hotel room. Like she booked it with a Delta vacation package thing.
Oh, okay.
But we went to Paris. Much better this time. Also, it helps, fellas, if you're not a planner like me, get yourself a lady who's a planner. Because I will say, I'm a big, like, I'm just going to go. I'm going to wing it. I'll figure something out. I don't really care.
Same.
And I like that to an extent, but having her like actually do some research and be like, hey, we should have dinner at this restaurant because it should be a good restaurant.
Yeah.
Much better than just walking around and being like, hey, this place looks okay. Let's just walk in there.
Yeah.
So
I do a little bit like I'll do a little bit of research like in advance of like spots I might want to hit.
Oh.
For this New Orleans trip, I had like done none of that. So we got there and it was like, all right, what's good? And I was like, let's go open up Google Maps and find out.
Exactly. I'll do it when I'm there.
But what happened, which was really funny, is we ran into one of my friends in the airport, like just randomly, like
In New Orleans,
like
or in Detroit?
an acquaintance that was also going to New Orleans. We
Okay.
saw him like at the Detroit airport, and then like obviously when we landed because they were on the same flight. Total coincidence. But we got there, and she's like really on top of like what's trendy, what are the cool spots,
So
like
she gave you the
what's like the good stuff. And I
recommendations?
was like, what, like, do you have like a list of like cool spots to see and stuff? And she forwarded it to me, and it was like
Helps.
the easiest way to plan a trip.
Well,
Because
and
it was just we could just go through the list of like, all right, well, what does she
Do we wanna
recommend?
go here? Do
That's
we wanna do
that's
this?
nearby. Because
Yeah.
when we were in New Orleans, I mean, we were able to like walk to everything, which was
Yeah.
really cool. Our
Very
Airbnb was close enough to Bourbon Street, and then there's a ton of restaurants and stuff to hit that are just all right there.
Do they have like a subway or anything? They have the tram cars, right?
They have like a tram that goes. I don't know.
That's the nice thing about, I mean, I know some cities here have it in the U.S., but like in Europe, all those major cities have like metro systems, whether it's underground, above ground.
Yeah,
It's fucking wonderful.
yeah,
Like some of them are a little bit hard to understand, but Paris had a great one. London has a great one. Lots of spots have good ones, and it makes it so helpful that you can just like, all right, I'm just gonna hop on this. I can go through the entire city and not like have to
Yeah.
worry about walking the entire time.
yeah. That's super helpful. But I will say, Heather might be like the queen of travel planning. She's absolutely knocked it out of the park.
That's more so this year. I will say
This year.
when we've done trips before, I don't think we've ever gone in and she's had like intense like I want to do this. Like when we went to Boston.
Yeah, she didn't have any very much for
You and
that.
Heather went to Boston. We did an impromptu Red Sox game and an impromptu Bruins playoff game, and that's like all we did. I mean, then we walked around to bars and shit, but like,
All right, Heather, we're in Boston. Let's do the sports.
yeah. And that's what happens when it's two guys.
You're outnumbered here, so yeah, we're gonna sports it up.
But yeah, this last year, I mean, it started with the Paris one. She planned a lot of shit for that.
Yeah.
I think she got into planning for like Callie's bachelorette party and somewhat the wedding, and it turned into like, I'm just going to plan everything now.
Yeah, like it clicked. Like, oh, I actually like doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is actually really good.
And she does enjoy it. And like I said, for the most part, it works out. It's nice. It's just nice having like, even if you cancel like a reservation, it's nice knowing like, all right, we have something planned here.
Yeah.
And like, if we're getting bored or we can't find something to do, all right, well, we know we can go do this. And again, the restaurants like that she picked out and stuff were all good.
Yeah.
So it helps out.
Yeah, I mean that's the huge perk right there.
Yeah.
Going to good spots, eating good food.
I will say also after she left, and then I was there with like the work people, had like the native French guys take me around. That also is great. They know all the spots. Went to this dope ass restaurant in Paris that we had to take a pontoon boat across like a lake to get to the restaurant.
Oh man,
It was sick. And
That's a nice
when
spot.
the company's paying, it's even better.
yeah, it is. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Heather did have a crazy trip because I think she was in like Chicago and then she joined you in
Yeah,
Paris.
I actually forgot about the
and
Chicago
then
part.
she was in New Orleans with Callie.
And then I think like a week after New Orleans, she went down to like Tallahassee or
Crazy.
went down to Orlando or something for work also.
Crazy getting those sky miles.
Dude, for real. Yeah,
Jeez.
she was going through a ton.
Jeez. And then so you got back from that, and then it was coming, and then your wedding at the end of November for the big wedding in Cancun, Mexico.
Beautiful weather.
If you're keeping track on on home, this is twice Sean's gone out of the country.
Within a 1 month span.
1
month span there.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful weather. You were there.
I was.
Weather
man.
was perfect the entire time.
Weather. Yeah, there was like two spots where it like rained on us
But for like 2 seconds.
for 2 seconds and it was gone.
85, sunny,
Perfect
gorgeous.
fucking weather.
Great weather. Phenomenal resort. Finest Playa Mojares.
Great resort. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. I would
Fuck, that
recommend
was a good resort.
you're going without kids, stay in the exclusive club. Or they have right next door the exclusive.
Just stay on the adult
resort.
side.
Great. Awesome. We had the
Perfectly
best
fine.
bartender in our room swim up area, Luis.
Yeah, so it's an all-inclusive resort. So just it doesn't matter where you're at on the resort.
Drinks.
It's not like you have to be sitting at a table
Nope.
or you have to be, in this area. No, they just find you.
Yeah. Oh,
just-
especially Luis.
Yeah, Luis was great. Dude.
Luis was the man.
Luis was great. What was the other guy that we kept seeing on all the events?
Oh, Lancelot.
Lancelot was
Yep.
great. He was great entertainment, just running all those like
Oh,
little
yeah.
events around the area.
Yep.
But yeah, they just find you and they're like, "What can I get you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
What do you need right now?"
That was your first all inclusive, right?
Yeah.
Same with me.
And I
Great. I want.
feel like now I'm exclusively gonna be an all-inclusive guy.
It's so nice, and I will also say that it is so hard leaving there
Yeah.
when you go to like a restaurant and you're like, wait, I got to stay and pay for this now,
Yeah.
or like a drink and you're like just used to like getting a drink. Here's $2 or something
Yeah,
for
and
like,
you're like-
making it. I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, everything was just so good. The food was so good.
Mm-hmm.
The drinks were great.
Yep.
And
Service great.
the last on the, I think the last full day, Chris and I went and got like a full on like
Massage,
hour-long
yeah.
massage.
Same.
We came out of that being like, do we have to get a massage? At the end of every trip we go on now, because this was amazing.
Have you ever gotten a massage before?
I have, but not on that level.
I've never gotten a massage before. This was my first massage, and yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
That I felt great coming out of that,
felt
which I
wonderful.
needed because I was so beat up.
Yeah.
Because I took a spill on, I think, the first full day I was there.
Yeah.
I just slipped and fell and did the splits and hurt my hamstring and my knee.
I also feel
Really crippled me for the rest of the trip.
I wish I would have seen this too. But I also feel like it's always first day of like any vacation trip, anything where it's like you're with friends, especially a spot like that where you just have free drinks flowing.
Yeah.
I think the first day is always like the go-to hard day. I think it's you're so excited to get there and you're so excited to like get
Yeah.
in the atmosphere, and especially like you came in when everyone was kind of already there for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like, all right, I want to get back into this party kind of thing.
Yeah, you're
So I
trying to
think
catch
that
up a little
first
bit.
day is always like you go a little hard, and then
Yeah.
you're like, all right, went a little bit too hard that first day, and then you kind of balance out and you find your way for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like first day is always just like
First
that.
day is a
Makes
tough
sense that
day.
you fell on the first day because
Yeah.
that's like the go hard.
We
day.
arrived on Thursday, kind of saw everybody, settled in. Friday, you get the full day where you just start drinking first thing in the morning, and
Yep.
you got room service coming, feeding you up delicious
Yep.
food whenever you want.
Great restaurants there too.
Great, the restaurants, the food, you can't say enough about it.
No.
I would go back to that resort with no questions, have no qualms.
Heather wants to go for our anniversary.
Chris and I were talking. We were like, we're just gonna just come here every year.
It's
Like
awesome.
this is just this is where we spend Thanksgivings
Yeah.
now.
No, it's awesome. It's phenomenal. I want to go back.
Highly recommend that place,
Yep.
man.
Finest play Maharis.
Maharis.
I also
yeah.
going back to the wedding itself. Great job on that
beach wedding.
beach wedding. It was 15 minutes tops, probably exactly what I want.
Yeah, short ceremony.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Was awkward that we all had to stand around and for the pictures.
That part was weird. That part was definitely odd. I feel like they, and language barriers. They don't like. It's not someone that you know. It would have been great if they would have planned it a little bit of being like,
Yeah,
get this group of people done, and then they can all go, kind of thing. Instead of there was a lot of like people kind of waiting and
Yeah.
then like not knowing, are we doing something now, kind of thing.
yeah. Like, am I coming up? Am I
Yeah.
gonna have a picture or not? What?
But I was
know.
glad that we got pictures with everyone.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's like, what's the complaint? I'm hanging out on a beach.
Yeah. But we got pictures with everyone,
Sure.
which was cool too. There wasn't a ton of people there, 40, 50 people. So it ended up being like
Yeah.
that part. Took a little bit, but it was quick. And then the wedding itself, fucking Heather and I did not want to have slow songs. We wanted party the entire time.
Yeah, for the reception.
They did fucking phenomenal job. We gave them a playlist.
And they stuck to it.
No,
No?
they did about half of them. Then they did a good job of fucking just picking up on the flow.
Yeah.
They would sit there and they'd be like, "All right, this is the next one. This is the next one we're going to," kind of thing.
Okay.
They were loving it. The fucking all of the staff partying with us.
Yeah.
I think every guy had their shirt off. We were tarps off.
Tarps off.
Tarps off.
When you see it's slowly evolved over the
I
course
took it
of
off
the night.
after like 2 songs.
I think you were the first one.
Yeah, it was
And
my
that was
wedding.
just like, I was setting the tone.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
was setting the tone because then you're like, You found the next guy that was going to do it. And,
Birch.
Yeah, and he did it, and then it just trickled down, and eventually it was like, all right, everybody. You saw it kind of happening. Like everyone just started slowly unbuttoning their way down the shirts.
It felt good though. It was hot.
Yeah, I mean it's 80 degrees outside. Yeah. You're just living it up in Cancun.
Going tarps off was
Why
a
not
phenomenal
go tarps
choice.
off?
And and we confirmed with the staff is the first time they've ever seen a full wedding go tarps off.
I can't believe that's true.
What do you mean? How often do you think weddings just go tarps off?
Weddings in Cancun, I think there's got to be someone else that's going tarps off. But I mean, if we're the only ones that have ever done it, hey, I'm not mad about it.
You might have one or two people.
But I think
tarps off.
I don't
think you have everyone going tarps off.
I think when you're a staff at like a place that's hosting weddings, you tell every single wedding party like this was a great wedding, and it's whether you're lying or not. Sometimes they're telling the truth. I think for your wedding and the reception, I think they were telling the truth.
I think it was real.
That it was fun. But as to whether
that staff was partying with us the entire time.
Yeah, they were probably like, this is a fun wedding.
Yeah.
They've probably dealt with plenty of boring weddings, plenty of stuff that's not that exciting.
Yep.
They were probably like, this was a good, fun, exciting part.
Dudes were dancing. That we had two spilt drinks.
Yeah, we broke a couple
two broken
glasses.
They put a chair down. The dude was dancing on the chair.
Yeah, dude.
Solid.
Dude, it was crazy because they took so long to get a broom for these like spilled glasses.
Dude was just dancing. They luckily happened like one after the other though.
Both
so
happened
it
like
just happened at the same
time.
time. Yeah, it was good. We had group shamings going on. That was fun.
Yeah.
When Seth knocked his drink over and he got shamed by everyone.
Had to.
That was a fun time. It's fun to do a group shaming. I understand why they did it in Game of Thrones now. It's fun to like just get everyone involved going shame.
Yeah.
Shame. The person feels shame.
You do feel shame. When a group of people is chanting shame at you.
Yeah.
You feel a little bad.
Also helped out for the wedding that Michigan destroyed Ohio State.
Yeah.
Right before it.
Right before I love
that could have been
the game
bad
ended
going
like
in.
just in time for the wedding.
That could have been a little bad going into it. The fact that finished and it was an absolute trouncing.
Yeah,
Michigan destroyed them for 2 straight years.
Would have dampened the wedding a slight little amount,
a little bit.
It would have been like, yeah, Michigan lost today. Oh,
yeah, it would have been a little sad.
Would have been a bummer,
but it wasn't. It was great. It was great.
Great Saturday.
Great. And that was the whole reason you got a passport too. So now you're passported up for 10 years.
I got a stamp on that passport now.
Yeah.
The first experience at an international airport of like arriving in Mexico and trying to be like, all right, we got to figure this out. This is a little bit different than in America.
Yeah.
Man,
it's a little stressful.
Walking out of that airport and there's 100 people just screaming at you.
Yeah.
Didn't love it.
No, that's a little stressful.
Didn't love it. There's if you don't know, they're just taxi cab drivers that are just fighting for your money.
That's also
so they're just screaming at you like, you need a ride? Do you need a ride? Come over here. Come on.
That's not every international scene.
I assume not, but in Mexico they need to change a law there.
Well, and it's
like,
I think
guys,
it's a resort area.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of being like, hey, you guys are coming for this resort. They're hanging out by the airport to just drive people.
Yeah.
I was very stressful.
The moment we found the guy that was picking us up, it was like, all right,
thank God.
Good. Let's get away from that.
For sure.
Because that is fucking nuts.
It was nuts. Yeah. It's like one of the least favorite parts about traveling is like the going from your train station, your airport, whatever, to your hotel. That to me is the worst thing. International.
Yeah.
Because you don't know language is different.
Yeah,
you don't fully know the system.
Guy.
You don't know if am I hopping in a fucking cartel car in Mexico?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, especially when they hand you a water bottle as well. And
yeah.
It's hey, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a small sip.
Yeah.
And see how I feel in a half hour and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's a long drive. It's a long drive to the resort. Go ahead and just buckle in. And it's like, all right.
But go to sleep. Go to sleep a little bit.
It's like, all right, how much water this water should I drink?
Pass your passport up here. Pass your passport up.
Am I feeling a little woozy here?
Yeah. Those are my least favorite part about international traveling is just the in-between arrival and getting to your airport and then airport or hotel to airport or train station after that.
Yeah. Once you get into the resort, it's like
done. Easy.
I'm good.
Done. Especially all-inclusive, you don't have to leave at all.
Yeah. No need to.
Zero reason to leave.
No reason to leave.
It's wonderful.
Highly recommend all-inclusive.
Absolutely.
Because you just order whatever.
I said it's tough to get back to life where you have to pay for shit.
It was really funny because before like before the trip, Kristen asked me, she's like, "Are you bringing cash?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Why would you do that? You won't need cash."
Got tip.
And then like literally after like 5 minutes there, she was like, "Thank God you brought cash."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you gotta, you can give some people some tips here."
To be fair, like I knew like, all right, I'll bring some cash for some tips. I didn't comprehend that I was going to be tipping like constantly.
Yeah, I didn't bring enough.
Yeah.
I had like just
I
enough.
had just enough, exactly.
Just enough where it was like, all right, this guy's getting my last couple bucks here.
It helped that they took USD as well.
Oh yeah.
Because trying to do like get pesos and then all that shit would have been tough. But taking USD and having change for USD, very helpful.
Yeah. I highly recommend it.
Great spot.
And then if you're keeping track, Sean went out of the country one more time. You know, we take 6 months off the podcast. Sean's like, I'm going to get out of this country 3 times.
3 times. Just got back. That was for the honeymoon. So we went to...
Unreal.
Yep. Went to Budapest, Hungary. Great spot. Cheaper city, which is nice.
Yeah.
Fun city. We were there just before Christmas, so 21st basically until the 24th. Had Christmas markets going on. Really cool to walk around. You see all that. We had some good restaurants. We did a wine tour. Apparently, Hungary is a huge wine area. Didn't know that they're fairly small country, like the size of like North Carolina, South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
They have 3 wine regions within that country.
Wow.
Which they all said was way too much, all the Hungarians. But it was good. They have really good wine.
I don't think anyone's complaining about having too much wine.
No. They said, well, you don't need that many regions. Like, it could be like 3 regions.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you don't need to be like every like city is its own region.
Yeah.
Basically. But it was cool. I liked Hungary a lot. Would go back. Love the architecture there. Apparently, Budapest is 2 cities. There's one side of a river is Buda, and then the other side is Pest. We were on the Pest side the entire time. The Buda, I think, is the more like fancy side.
That's an interesting.
Did not know that until you got there.
I had no idea.
No, Heather told me. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
0 idea.
That's like being like, oh yeah, we got to Westland. It's actually 2 cities. One's west and one's land.
Yeah.
The west is so nice.
It's on the north side.
Yeah, and then the land garbage.
Yeah, bad.
Trash over there.
No, but
that's
like,
a whole different region for wine over there than it is over here.
Exactly. But I would say both sides were good.
Yeah.
I just think the Buda side was more of like it's a little bit fancier. The Pest side was more the party side.
Yeah. Okay.
It was fun. It was a good time. After that, went to Vienna.
How long were you in Budapest?
I think we were in all of them for like 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
there wasn't like one city that was like your main.
No.
Like everything was just going to be a balanced tour of like these hit these cities.
No, we were in all of them for three days.
Okay.
Yep, 2 full days and then like a day travel in either direction.
Number 2, Vienna.
Vienna, Austria, gorgeous city. Heather and I kept saying that it's basically less touristy, less crowded.
Okay.
Paris.
All right.
Like, it looks super fancy, super nice.
Did you have the sausage?
Vienna sausage?
Yeah.
No. First, it took me a second to figure out what you were saying there. But we were there.
That's where it comes from, right? Am I wrong?
I would assume so. I don't think so. No, because isn't Vienna sausage like, I don't know.
Put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know I'm wrong.
They speak German there. Like, that's their primary. So they actually
gotta have sausage there.
I'm sure they have sausage. I don't think like Vienna sausage.
I bet it's good. I bet they have good sausage. Drop it in the comments. Send us an email, apmlpod@gmail.com.
They also call Vienna Wien, Wien.
Okay.
So that was a little confusing when I first got there because I'm like, it says Wien, but we're in Vienna. Found out it's because it's called Wien. Wiener Schnitzel is Vienna.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
Oh, and it's gotta be.
Well, Wiener Schnitzel is like pork, like a super tiny or super thin pork cutlet.
It's gotta be where the sausage comes from.
We can say it is.
It's gotta be. If I'm wrong,
no.
Let me know.
But yeah, either way,
put it in the comments.
Vienna was gorgeous. Would definitely recommend like seeing it during Christmas. The only downside is the day after Christmas, like a lot of things are shut down. Christmas Eve, everything fairly open. Christmas, hit or miss. Day after,
well, that's kind of like how it was here in the States, because that's like the weekday that's designated for Christmas. So I bet if Christmas was like on a Monday, then probably more stuff is open up on that Tuesday. It's because Christmas was on, you fell on a Sunday.
They always,
and then you recognize it on Monday.
It's like we saw it somewhere. It's like the second day is like Saint's Day or something like that. They celebrate. It's a separate like.
They're worried
It's
about
just
it.
part of the holiday. Like they always celebrate. It doesn't matter when it falls.
Okay.
But still, Vienna, gorgeous. Had probably our best meal there. This 5-course wine pairing dinner at Ritz-Carlton Hotel. They had a great restaurant, delicious food, awesome. We had a day trip there to Bratislava, Slovakia.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. Again, we went on the 26th. Everything was closed, or lots of things were closed, so didn't get a full experience of it, but got to see another country.
You still made it work.
Yep. And then after Vienna, that was Heather's favorite spot, Vienna. After that, we went to Prague, Czechia, Czech Republic. I don't know officially what they like to be called. I've seen both. I loved Prague.
Man, that's got to be so annoying.
Yeah, I
to
don't
have like two names for one place.
Well, and then think about that too.
Just like it was like, what are we calling this?
Well, think about that too. They've also had like, I mean, their history is way longer than ours, but like not that long ago, they were Czechoslovakia. You know, they were Slovakia and Czech were part of one country. So you had people who were probably still alive living there who were Czechoslovakia, Czech. You might have had people who were there like.
Man, I can't imagine living in a country and then it's like, we're renaming this thing.
I agree. Or like splitting countries. Like if we just like our country's split in half randomly.
Oh man.
You're like, all right, this is now like USA and that one's Confederates or whatever. Like that's kind of crazy. But I love Prague. Architecture great. Extremely fun city. First day we were there, also a cheap city, which is nice. First day we were there, did a pub crawl. City. It was awesome. Did a pub crawl, great. It was cool. You started 2 hours at like the pub crawl place had their own bar. 2 hours there, free beer and wine and shots. So we were all hanging out there. You got to kind of know everyone. And then you went to a couple bars. It was on a Tuesday night. We basically were the entire like bar scene walking through. It was awesome though. So much fun. Found a nice cocktail bar. Drinks amazing. Cheap as hell, like $12 for a ridiculously fancy cocktail.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we did a food tour the next day.
A food tour?
Yeah, phenomenal food.
How much weight did you gain?
You walk so much.
Oh, so you kind of burn the calories as you go?
Dude.
Is it like small plates too as well or no?
So the food tour was like you were kind of sampling a bunch of different things. So you didn't have like crazy big portions. And I would say portions in Europe in general are much smaller than the US.
Yeah. That's one of the things about like, at your wedding in Cancun, like you ordered something and it wasn't too huge. It wasn't like the
you could also order
United
thing,
States.
Man.
Yeah, which left
it's all free.
Which you left room to say, I'm gonna have that too.
Yep.
I mean, you get back to your hotel room and you're like, guess we're ordering room service right now. I'm still hungry.
I will say it is nice though. Like you get something and you feel like adequately stuffed and you don't leave being like, oh man, I want to pass out now.
Yeah.
Like even if you feel stuffed, it doesn't feel like, ugh, gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's a different feeling of just being comfortably full to being overstuffed.
Exactly.
You don't need to feel overstuffed.
Yeah. But Prague, loved it. My favorite city. Want to go back. Heather and I got tattoos there.
You did.
Heather's first possibly
tattoo.
Only tattoo. It took a total, at most, 2 minutes for her to get this tattoo done.
Yeah.
She said she doesn't ever want it again. So we'll see.
I mean, I stand by it. Tattoos do not feel good. It does not feel good to get a tattoo.
They don't feel good, but
Santa Claus doesn't like you getting tattoos.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's bad behavior. He doesn't care about it, but it's bad behavior.
That's old Santa Claus. I think he's fine with it now. He's probably tatted up.
Depends. But yeah, tattoos are not fun to get. I don't blame Heather if she's like, yeah, this just hurts way too damn much.
I'm still trying to get
because she was anti-tattoo to begin with.
Oh, she had a whole.
So you talk her into it to do this like small little tattoo. It hurts like hell, and she's like, yeah, I'm out. I don't blame you for that.
She also had a whole thing in her head of how she was gonna back out of this tattoo. And luckily it got like delayed a day, and I think me just mentioning it a couple more times, she just went through with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was trying to get out of it.
Yeah, Heather, props to you for getting that tattoo.
For life.
You got a tat now.
Tatted for life.
Just tatted up.
I will say I don't think I'll get another tattoo in another country again. Came out fine. Have no issues with it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit like line work's not great. I think there's a couple things where if you were like, in the U.S. or just English speaking, no fault of them. I was in their country. I can't speak their language. That's not on them. But I think in English speaking, like they give you a little bit more feedback. Like, hey, it will look a little bit better if you do this.
Yeah.
Probably could come out better. But
I think also the other thing is it's a difference between scheduling an appointment with an artist and doing a walk-in. I think doing a walk-in tattoo,
the least experienced person.
Yeah, you're getting whoever's available that knows how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think if you're doing a walk-in tattoo, I think you just want to keep it as basic as possible. I think that's the pro tip. Which yours was basic, and I mean, it turned out fine.
Yeah, like I said, there's some lines.
There's some little stuff where you're like, I wish this was maybe a little different.
Christmas lights look like barbed wire.
Yeah, that's a badass pretzel right there.
Yeah, seriously.
You wanted it wrapped in Christmas lights? Tough shit. It's barbed wire now.
Barbed wire. But, yeah. Either way, though, love Prague. Finish it off in Berlin for New Year's Eve. I loved Berlin the first time. Heather and I did end up having fun. I will say, though, we had probably the worst bar crawl experience of my life. New Year's Eve, bar crawl, the setup. We are supposed to get at the spot at 8:30.
Yeah.
The bar's closed. We're waiting around.
Such a bad start.
Not a good start. We're waiting around for 15, 20 minutes. Some people start looking at this little sign off to the door, off to like the window next to the door, and it says that the bar crawl was moved to a different hostel.
Was it in English or no?
I didn't look at the sign.
Oh man.
We just found these people that said it, and then they said, "Oh,
follow the group
it's this way." So we followed them. 30-minute walk, get 20, 25 minutes of the way there. Someone sees someone walking by with like a vest that had the bar crawl company on it. And they're like, "Hey, we're going to the bar crawl."
What's up?
She's like, "Oh no, your first bar is back this way." All right. We follow her back another 20 minutes, kind of close to where we first started. She gets to this bar. She walks inside. She goes, let me go find the person that's checking you in or whatever.
Yeah.
She goes in there. We don't really see her for like 5 minutes. And then a whole group of the bar already looked crowded. A whole group of another probably 100 people show up.
Oh my God.
And we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So the bouncer lets us in. We walk in. It's insanely packed in there. Someone's like, you have to go back outside and get like your wristband for the bar crawl outside. So we go outside, we get our wristband, we go in. Small bar. They have 2 bartenders. Bar is probably made for 50 people.
Yeah.
There's 100 to 150 people in this bar.
Just jam packed.
And they're
2 bartenders.
Yes.
Just fighting for their lives.
Tickets were $80 a person.
Oh man.
The first 2 hours we're at this bar, and it's supposed to be open bar. Okay.
Yeah, open bar, but you're not going to get a drink.
Heather and I got to the front of the bar, stood there for 30 to 45 minutes trying to get beers.
Yeah. Just give me anything. Whatever is.
I didn't want beer. Heather definitely didn't want beer.
Yeah.
But it was like, get me fucking drinks so I can just leave this area.
Yeah.
45 minutes. Couldn't even get either of the bartenders to look at us. I felt bad for them. They were obviously stressed, but still insane. We just left. We said, fuck it.
I don't blame you.
Left. Got McDonald's. Went to our hotel room. Got
Old reliable.
We had this rosé that we had to buy in Vienna. That was a different story I didn't say. But we had that bottle of rosé. Popped it open. Celebrated on our couch. Still was a good time. Enjoyed it. But God, that was just a horrible, horrible setup. Heather did complain and get our money back, though.
That's good.
Thank God.
That's good.
Thank God.
What do you mean you had to get this bottle of rosé?
Yeah, so when we were in Vienna for Christmas, there's this rooftop gondola thing that Heather booked. We didn't see that it said it was a €500 minimum for the gondola. So it was just Heather and I.
Yeah.
So, we were there for like 2 hours. We get some food, we got a bottle of wine, whatever. Asked for the check. She brings it out. It's €165. She goes, so just so you know, there's actually a €500 minimum. And we're like, what?
Oh.
He's like, we'll help you guys out. My management said that we can let you, if you spend 200 euros,
we'll let you
get out of here. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I found like a $50, $60 bottle of wine. I'm like, all right, let's just get this.
Yeah.
Whatever. She brings it out. I'm expecting like, all right, like you're making me get this bottle of wine. Like we're going to hang out here then for a little bit.
They're like, no, get out of here.
Nope. We have reservations coming up. So you guys take this bottle with you. So I was like, all right. So took the bottle and it came in handy when we were in Berlin.
Sean, was there any other situations recently where you had to spend some money on alcohol?
Oh, I was trying not to bring that one up. Yeah. In Cancun, we did a catamaran, which is just a booze cruise, essentially. Yeah. So you're getting all drunk up on a boat, partying up. We were the life of the party. We were dancing. Yeah. We had the music going. We were killing it. The whole reason everyone was having fun in that boat was because of us. We got off the boat a little tipsy, having a great time. We got off at Isla Mujeres, a little island like right off Cancun. First thing they do is send you like through this little shop. Get to the shop. Dudes, hey, you guys get this artisanal tequila tasting. Cool. We Perfect. Get down. Guys pouring us shots. Oh, here's a peanut butter tequila. Here's a banana tequila. Here's a coconut tequila. Here's all this tequila. Everything tastes amazing. Like this is.
Yeah, you're living it up.
I asked him legitimately at least 5 times. I'm like, there's no alcohol in this. Is there any alcohol? He's like 40%. 40%. Shows me the bottle. 40%.
Impossible.
I'm like, this tastes like there's no way there's alcohol in this.
You refilled this bottle with water.
Yeah, I mean, this is impossible. There's no way there's alcohol in this.
Yeah.
Whatever. Kept going. I'm like, all right. Like in my head, I'm also like, these bottles can't be more than $50. Let's just say they're actual artisanal. $80. $80 a bottle. Let's just say that even. All right. I'm like, whatever. Like, again, I was a little drunked up. I was having a good time. I wasn't thinking about asking how much this was.
Yeah, you're not worried about it.
Get 5 bottles.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, again, lots of things. Also, Heather's
you
usually
just been like, I'll take 1 bottle.
Heather's usually the voice of reason on these things, and she was also drunked up. And so when she was drunked up and she says, yeah, that one sounds good. That tastes delicious. And like
knowing that you're going back to an all-inclusive resort.
We didn't open them at that. No, we were bringing them home.
Yeah, fair, but
again,
there's going to be no, it's not like you were like, oh, there's a shortage of drinks somewhere.
No. Again, Heather is usually my voice of reason on this.
She dropped the ball.
Some are saying that. Some are saying I'm the one who's going to make these dumb choices.
Someone's got to say, hey, Sean, maybe just 1 bottle.
Or maybe we don't need any.
Yeah, hey, hey, we're fine.
We're fine. Would have been, and then that maybe a compromise would have been 1,
Yeah, and then you're like, that's a good call.
Yeah.
I'll just get 1.
So I get 5. Again, I'm in my drunken state. I also don't understand the conversion. I still don't really understand the conversion of pesos to US dollars. So I have no idea how much anything costs.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, this is like 7,600 pesos. Yeah. I'm like, that's probably $2. I don't care.
You're like, because pesos are nothing.
Yeah, this is nothing. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, you're like, all right, so what is that? $76 tops?
Yeah, something like that.
Nothing.
I'm like, all right, that's fine. We go through the rest of the Isla Mujeres. We get back. Check my bank account the next day. $800 USD. $800 USD.
Oops.
Not great.
That's a whoopsie.
Not great. So, try to dispute it. I was like, hey, this is not how much he said it was, which he did. I will say, I think he did something shady because he definitely at some point mentioned $500, which is too much money.
Yeah.
But at least that, it's more reasonable than 800. It's not as bad.
Yeah.
Whatever. Get home. Open it up. The highest alcohol percentage out of all 5 of my bottles was 20%. That was the highest, and that was 1 bottle. Most of them were 14%.
Oh, man.
And I asked this fucker so many times. I said there's no alcohol in here. It's impossible that this is alcohol. When you tell me, you're saying this before, he showed me the bottle. The bottle said 40%. He did a bait and switch on the bottle.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So...
Well, the Spanish word for 20 is 40.
Yeah. So dude, he showed me the bottle said 40% on it. I saw the bottle. Because I told him, I said, I don't believe you.
Just complete a disaster of a purchase.
So that's a story. So I got 5 bottles of really expensive, shitty.
Does it taste?
liqueur.
Does it taste good? Though?
Tastes fine.
It tastes fine. All right.
Yeah. Does it taste $150 a bottle?
You
Fine.
know, every year for your anniversary, crack one of those bottles open.
2 of them expire in May. So can't do that. Can't do that one.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
All right. Not the best purchase.
not the best. Not the best.
But yeah.
And then I have one more out of the country trip coming up. Callie and Birch's wedding,
Coming up. Yeah, that's in Jamaica, right?
Jamaica. So
should be great.
April doing that, and then
That's in April? I thought it was sooner than that.
End of March. End of March.
End of March. Okay. All
That's
right.
my last. Out
No
of the
other trips
country-
planned besides that? I'm sure there's more that's coming up. I'm sure there's
No
more.
other
I'm
out of
sure-
the country.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
as of now.
Yeah.
Again, we might go back to Mexico for our anniversary.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure Heather's got some plans. She's putting it together already.
I'm sure.
She'll show you the itinerary.
Hey, by the way, we're going here. We did say we want. I know.
Hey,
so
pack your bags for
actually,
leaving
on
tomorrow.
travel real quick, because now you have your passport.
Yeah.
I know Italy obviously is your probably first like where
Yeah.
you want to go to. After that, what's your next? Give me the next 3 spots that you want to go to
Man,
outside
out
of
of
Italy.
the country. I want to go to. So Italy's number one.
Yep.
I'd be down to go to London.
Okay.
Would love to see London and England.
I liked London a lot.
that area.
It's kind of an easy one too because it's all English speaking.
Yeah.
Culture way more similar, so it's way easier to kind of go in and be like,
Yeah.
you don't have as much of the culture shock or like the nerves of being like,
Yeah.
are they going to speak my language or am I going to get confused what's going on? So
Yeah. And then I'd love, just more of the tropical places, Jamaica,
Okay.
Turks and Caicos.
yep,
Would love to hit up those spots.
all inclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the goal.
So only the 2 spots in Europe though that you want to go.
So, yeah, I mean, in terms of going to Paris. Yeah, I'd be down for
Like
that.
eventually you want to, but it's not your top of your list.
No, it's not the top of my list. Same with like Japan.
Okay,
Go to Tokyo. I'd be down. Am I like dying to go? No.
that's a long ass flight.
Long ass flight.
Long ass.
Probably like expensive. I'd love to go to Australia for some
I
reason.
want to go to Australia. real
Australia sounds good to me.
bad. Australia though is also a spot I think you need like a minimum of 2 weeks
Yeah.
because like
Well, you're going that far. Like
you're going
you
that
gotta
far.
Spend,
There's a bunch of spots that you want to see.
yeah.
And it's like you get there and it's like, well, you have to spend like the time. I mean, I want to go to New Zealand if I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get just a giant beer from
Yeah.
Australia.
that's the one thing you're like, just
Giant beer. and
Kangaroo.
See a kangaroo.
That's all I want. And
That
don't
is
get
all I
bitten
want.
by a venomous spider, snake,
And yeah, watch out for the ginormous spiders that they
Yeah.
have, and
or the
everything else
crazy
that
snake.
will
everything
kill
that
you.
will kill you is in Australia.
Yeah, when they say you might get a toilet, a toilet snake, that's the spot to look out for.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What about you? What's the next on the on the checklist of where you want to go?
We really want to go to Scandinavia, so Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark,
Okay.
that area, and we also want to go to Mediterranean, so like Greece, Croatia, Sicily,
Yeah.
that area, and then also obviously like Australia, really bad want to go to.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go to Africa.
There's some spots in Africa. Yeah, there's a lot of good.
I heard like Kenya. I think it's Kenya, or that's still where people are getting pirated. But I think Kenya is
maybe stay
turning
away from
into
that one.
like I think Kenya is like a huge destination now.
Stick to South Africa or something.
I actually heard South Africa could be like a little dangerous.
No, man, I'm never going to Africa.
I want to go to Africa. I would have to do
I'm
more
out.
research on like where the
Yeah.
spots are.
Yeah,
to
if I'm
go.
going to Africa, Heather's planning that.
Yeah,
trip for me.
seriously. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to be like pirated.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get taken. I'm not interested.
Who
in
was
that.
like the African drug warlord who
Coney?
Coney. Yeah, he
Stop
was like
Coney.
taken. Yeah. That was like a big thing
biggest
for a
thing
while.
in-
Did we stop him?
2012. No one knows.
I feel like we stopped him then, right?
Oh, no one knows. For 1 year, we were all like, "Stop Coney."
Yeah.
And then
It was such a big thing.
who knows if he's still going or not?
That's like I wonder if like did we stop Coney or did he just have like a great PR team that's like, hey, he stopped.
He's like, "All right, eventually this will die down.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about this. They won't stop you."
They say stop Coney for like a solid 2 months and then they're switching to something else.
Coney's just scrolling through Facebook like, "Oh shit, there's a lot of people.
They still say
There's
stop me, god damn it.
There's a lot of people using this as their profile picture."
Where was that one like the rubber bracelet? causes?
No.
I feel like that's around that same time frame.
No, it was after that. Because the rubber bracelets were pre-social media time. Because they were like, that was like a mid-2000s thing.
Well, I remember...
And then Stop Coney, I think, was like 2012, 2013.
Okay. I remember at least like sophomore, junior year of high school, the bracelets were like...
Yeah, bracelets were everything.
Just past the peak, sort of on the come down. But like, it was still like a lot of people had them. People loved them kind of thing. But they were getting a little bit more like where... All right, I walked outside today. Here's a bracelet.
Yeah, once people were done, once Livestrong died,
Once you found out he was a fraud,
once Lance Armstrong, you found out bad stuff about him, that really killed the rubber band bracelet industry.
R.I.P.
Dang,
we should bring it back for.
Dang,
we should bring it back for Stop Coney.
I'll see if I can get some rubber band bracelets that say "A Pizza My Life."
# Stop Coney.
Stop Coney.
Yeah, that's sick. I want to know if we stop.
I'd wear that.
Someone,
shoot us an email at apmlpod@gmail.com or drop a comment below. And
let us know if we stop Coney or if he's still flying.
Did we stop
still
him?
Going?
Do we need to? Do we need to stop him?
Do we need tenure?
Did he just redeem himself? He was like, guys, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do it no more.
He came back. He's like, I reinvented myself.
He goes, I'm joking.
Yeah. I now work for child protective services.
I'm changing my ways.
Yeah.
That's and I was like, all right, take that profile picture
Good job,
down.
Coney.
All right, let's change it up. R.I.P. Harambe.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Sad. All right, but
was that around the same time? That was
a few years later.
15, 16.
Yeah. It's really when the downfall occurred of society. Sean, so much fun to get back to the podcast with you. Yep. We'll wrap it up there.
Next time doesn't have to be like just an interview of me.
I mean, this was just it's been 6 months since we've been around, so we had to give people
I don't know. I just feel like it was all
an update on where we were, what we did.
Just all me though.
You had a lot of stuff that you did, Sean. You had a lot of stuff that you did. Next week, we'll probably go back to 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks doing an episode. We'll go back to having a guest.
I'll start trying to write stuff down. It's been so long that I stopped writing down.
We'll get back in the swing. We'll get back in the swing of this. Any recommendations or anything that you had from 2022 that you were like, any movies, albums, or anything like that you were like, this really resonated with me and was my top thing of 2022?
Dude, you really killed me with 2022. Can't think.
Well, I tried to kind of vamp a little bit there and really kind of give you some time to think about what you wanted to talk about.
Okay, if you want to honestly know, so you said you're talking about 2022. My first thought was Prague, loved it. That technically was in 22. That counts.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to recommend a city.
But then, for whatever reason, then my thought went to Ed Sheeran because, again, the way my brain works doesn't work.
Did you drop an album?
No, I don't think. I think his last album was in 2021. But then he's dropping another album this year, and he has a tour this year.
All right.
So that went to my head. But then as I was thinking about that, I also went then to your Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah. What was your top on that?
I don't want to say. It's Kanye.
Oh,
it was before. Oh,
I know, and it's just too late.
It is. It's
Spotify stops collecting the stats at the end of October.
Yes. That's when Kanye was just crazy, but he wasn't he wasn't
it wasn't offensively crazy.
Not to this extent.
Yeah.
He wasn't putting
it.
stuff out with swastikas on it.
Yeah, and the year before, your number one artist was what? Sleep Sounds?
Yeah, Fan Noise. No, I think that was 2 years ago. Because then I think the year after they finally took that out of the algorithm. Clearly this was not your top choice.
Yeah, your number one genre.
Yeah,
Sleep Sounds.
Sleep Sounds. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This was actually worse than Sleep Sounds. Having Kanye be the top artist.
That'd have been funny. You post it on Instagram, you just blur out your top artist. Yeah. You're like, we had to blur it out.
It was almost like a double whammy because it was him, and then on my top 5 was also Travis Scott, and he had the whole shit with Astroworld.
Yeah.
I had a very
controversial
Spotify Wrapped.
Man. Yeah. Man. Then
that's probably why I wasn't going to be on the reality show.
Yeah. Number 3 is R. Kelly.
Dude. He put out sorry, 2 quick notes on R. Kelly. One, he put out a a song. It was released, I guess, and he wasn't planning for it to be released yet, but it was I Admit It, and it was a album that was just a running song where he was yeah, I fucked with the girls, some old, some young. And you guys call it a pedophile. It was a lot of weird stuff. That's hey, R. Kelly, maybe don't do that. But then on a separate R. Kelly note, I actually think I was going to bring this up back when we were like 6 months ago when we were doing the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just like randomly listened to Trapped in a Closet again.
This saga, yeah.
The saga.
It was like 30 parts.
So I only listened to like the first 16 again.
I'm trapped in the closet.
What a fucking like.
What a crazy idea to just do that.
It's a fucking soap opera. Like,
Yeah.
did he write this?
I think so, yeah.
One of the craziest turns when he goes,
What's this thing?
he's like, and I stop out of the closet. Oh my God, it's a midget. A midget. It's like, wow, out of nowhere.
You're like, is this a song or is this a comedy? What is this?
I don't know. I was so enthralled the entire time, but I was also like, what the fuck is this? But then I also don't remember how it ends because like once he got past 16, it's like, oh, I can't keep track of this.
Yeah, you're like, there's too much going on. There's too much characters.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh,
why?
man.
Like, I kind of want someone to do something like that again, but not R. Kelly. Like, not someone who's been peeing on like underage girls.
Yeah.
But like, that was
Man.
fun.
What a Spotify Wrapped you had.
Yeah.
My recommendation from 2022, I think the best thing I saw was the movie. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great movie.
Great movie. I've been
movie.
watching. I was planning on watching it on the way home from Cancun.
I
But
watched
then
it.
our headset TVs were down.
I watched it going to France.
Yeah. Such a good movie.
Also, movie that you recommended previously that I saw, I think, on the way to or from France. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah.
Phenomenal movie also.
Just a really fun movie.
Yeah,
I if you like Nicolas Cage, I think it's a must watch.
I don't think you need to like Nicolas Cage. I think he plays a joke. Like, it's making fun of him.
Yeah, it's a movie that's just making fun of how weird and crazy he is.
Yes, it was really good.
But I think he did a really good job at it.
He did.
It was an entertaining watch.
Very good. But
I
that
think it's
and
a
then
solid movie.
the Everything Everywhere All at Once confused the fuck out of me for the first couple like.
Yeah. Once you figure out, once you're like, all right, this is what's going on,
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, it's just
A little
it
sad at the
rolls,
end.
and it's so sad. Like,
Yeah.
wants you to drop a tear at the end.
I was on the plane. I was
Like, man, I want to watch it again. I need
good.
to see that movie again.
It's
It's really
really
good. But that's my recommendation from
solid
2022.
recommendation.
But yeah, we will wrap it up there. Episode 85 in the books.
Boom.
Sean, always a pleasure.
We'll get to 100 in 2023.
Season 4 of A Pizza My Life.
We'll get to episode 100 in 2023.
We'll get to it. 15
Should be
more
doable.
episodes?
Should be doable. It's the beginning of the year.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it. All right. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As always, you can email us at apmlpod@gmail.com. And you can like and subscribe and follow us on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, even Twitter. And, of course, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. Hit that button. Hit the bell notification. Hit the likes. All the buttons. Hit them all. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Let us know if you want a free Coney wristband. Not free Coney. Fuck.
Damn it.
Stop Coney. Stop Coney. Don't free him. Stop him. I had to end it controversial again. Damn it.
Stop, Coney.
Fuck. Never be on that show. Over here saying free Coney. Stop Coney.
That's why.
I know this
So I couldn't be on the
podcast
reality show.
getting me canceled.
Oh, my God. There it is.